Good afternoon. This is Jessica Kennedy. This is discussion board 2 about the JSTOR research. Going into that database, I found an ample amount of information on organized crime and mafia as well for different aspects in Italy, Russia, and places like that. But I kept mine to a regional, more Italian American for research purposes. The first article I want to talk about today is from Carlos E. Cortez. It's called American Film from Immigrants to Icons. This is in 1987. Carlos offers insight into the growing awareness of the power of the media to influence the audience's thinking and beliefs about the mafia. He talks about starting with the immigrants of their origin and coming to America and how they start up the mafia lifestyle and how it's portrayed on screen. All the way back to the Hays Code, where they put out the notes about what you could and could not do in film. Even at the start of The Godfather in 1974, they put out a disclaimer about it was not an ethnic movie, which of course it obviously was about Italian Americans. The second article is called Mafia as a Political Mentality by Joseph LaLuma in 1981. He discusses that crime, ethnicity, or rigid organization is not what people love about the movie. He discusses it as more of two paradoxes that happen. One is the desire or the craving for justice, and the other is the craving or desire for power. Once again, an example is the original Godfather, where in the first scene you have a man coming in and saying, the justice system has failed me. Can you help me? And the Godfather, Don Corleone, played by Marlon Brando, of course, says, of course I can help you. But later on, I may ask something from you, which leads to the two paradoxes. One is, I need the desire for you to take care of this for me. That's the desire for justice. And the other one is the desire for power. Well, I'll do it, but you'll have to pay me back later. So, LaLuma states that that's the true essence of mafia films, is because people need those two sides fulfilled in their life. The last article I want to talk about is by Richard Keene, Monica L. McCoy, and Elizabeth Powell. It's titled Rooting for the Bad Guy, A Psychological Perspective. This article was fascinating to me as it provides the whys. Why do we love to watch these types of movies? Why do we get so invested in the bad guy? Why do we end up rooting for the villains, the bad guys, the gangsters? We get invested in their lives. This takes us to why society we empathize with someone who is clearly a criminal and doing something that is morally wrong. Why do we connect with the villains? How do media types like movies, TV shows, and other outlets use this temporary, or sometimes not temporary, affection for the bad guy to manipulate the audience members? The audience's point of view, normally when something bad happens, we're against it. But the authors here talks about how it's exciting to train of thought or to excuse the why, and looks at the actors like Al Pacino in The Godfather, George Clooney in Ocean's Film, or Johnny Depp in Well, You Pick It. He has several movies like that. It's the secret part of our desires to connect with these people. The question here is, why do we, for the most part, moral people, become so fascinated with the mafia? Why do you think we do? Thank you.